In this video, I'll be covering everything you need to know about all the new content that was added to the game, as well as the basics on how to fly the new helicopters, and some tricks you can do, like going upside down. There's quite a lot to cover, and just like my other videos, I've attached timestamps. So just freely skip to whatever you want to see. Just before we start, I've attached links to my other new gen videos. I also have a playlist on my channel that covers all the guides I have made for this game. Anyway, that's enough out of me, let's get to it. So firstly, the vendor for the air vehicles can be found at Bandit Camp, so just through the compound walls is where you'll find him. All the 4 options are shown here. I'll now go on to show the prices for all the vehicles. So first up, the Minicopter, which costs 750 scrap. Next up is the Scrap Heli, which comes at 1250 scrap. And here's the most expensive one. The Attack Helicopter comes at 2250 scrap. And lastly, we have the Hot Air Balloon, which comes at just 150 scrap. You can also find hot air balloons scattered across the map. They're the only ones that can spawn outside of Bandit Camp. So after buying one, it will spawn on the helipad. It will come with some low grade already in it, but it most likely won't be enough. The Minicopter burns 30 low grade every minute. And the Scrappy is the same as the Minicopter, using 30 low grade a minute. And surprisingly, the Attack Helicopter uses the same amount. The Hot Air Balloon uses the least amount of low grade, with 10 every minute. So now, let's go through the basics of how to fly, starting with the Minicopter. And to make it easier, I've included a controller overlay, so you can see what I'm moving and pressing. I've noticed a couple of issues with it, but apart from that, it should be good. So anyway, to start, I'm just going to put in some extra low grade. And so you know, all the vehicles can hold up to a max of 500. So I'm just going to sit in the pilot seat, and to start, I'm going to hold down R2, the right trigger. Anyway, the controls for the Minicopter, pretty straightforward. So the left joystick is looking around, and the right joystick is tilting it. So I'm tilting forwards and now back and to the sides. So since we're starting to get the hang of it, we're going to start using both of the controls to move in the direction we want. And the secret is slow movements. It's all you need. The last thing you'd want is to waste your scrap and crash, so just take your time. And notice how my joysticks are barely moving. You really don't need to give it much force. And all I've started to do here is just use the right stick to slightly tilt the Minicopter forwards. So I'm just going to go ahead and try and land at outpost. I'm going to start holding L2, left trigger, which is going to take me down. And we're just going to let go of it. We don't want to keep holding it, or else we're just going to slam to the ground. And there we go. You get the hang of it pretty quick. Now we're just going to take it up a step, and I'm going to show you guys how to go upside down. And it is quite a lot easier than it looks. So just start by getting some decent height. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start tilting back and do it more on an angle as well. You'll turn a lot faster and just switch from holding right to left trigger. It will keep you up in the air, but eventually you'll start going back down. I'm also moving around here by leaning. Anyway, to get back up, we're just going to do the same thing as before. Just start tilting straight back or on the side, and just switch from holding left to right trigger when you're about halfway up. But yeah, that's it. I hope that helps. Alright, so now we're on to the next vehicle, the Scrap helicopter. The fuel just goes in the red containers. It also holds 500 low grade. I don't think I can get in the back when I'm here, but you can actually fit a lot of people in the Scrap helicopter. So there's the 2 seats at the front, and any amount of people can fit in the back. They can just stand there, and when it's flying, they won't fall out. So anyway, just the same as the Mini, just hold down right trigger to start it and go up. It's a bit laggy, but apart from that, all I'm noticing is that the tilting and turning is a lot slower than the Minicopter. So just the same thing as before, I'm just going to try and land in outpost. All I'm doing is slightly tapping left trigger and just letting the helicopter do it all for me. Just going to want to make sure that it's centered when we're landing. We don't want it tilting off. Alright, and there we go. Okay, so with the attack helicopter, it's got 2 seats, gunner and pilot. Anyway, the fuel just goes in here. So just from looking at it, we've got storage for rockets and flares. We've also got a gun mount, so we can put a turret in here. Put a weapon here, I meant, sorry. Alright, so we're just going to jump in, give it a fly. So I'm just holding up. Alright, there we go. And as you can notice, it is a lot quicker with everything, the turning, the tilting and all that. Should be really easy to go upside down. Let's have a look. Oh, yep, that is pretty quick. Very easy to fly. Okay. Alright, so I've put together a little shooting arena. So we're going to test out the rockets and the flares. So I'm just going to jump out and I'll load it up. So you can't use normal rockets. Okay. So we'll get rid of those and we'll just chuck in the ensign and high velocity and also the flares. Alright. And just for the turret, I'll just put in the AK and some ammo. Alright, so I'll jump back in and give it a crack. So I'm just going to press R1. Yep, there we go. So that would be RB. on Xbox, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a bit difficult to control. Obviously, I think it'd be a lot easier for the gunner, the seat at the front. And also found out flares is triangle for PlayStation. Also, if you play on Xbox, I apologize. You can check settings and you can have a look for the controller layout. There should be a dedicated one for flying. So we'll have all the controls. And also, I'm switching seats with square. And I can't use the gunner seat, unfortunately. So I can't test out the turret. Alright, and for the last one we have the hot air balloon. So when you purchase it, it's going to come deflated. If that's the right word for it. Anyway, just walk inside and look at the top. You can put the low grade in there. And now all you got to do, press that red button, ignite, and it's going to start going up. And there we go. You can see as I leave it, it starts going up and around, just aimlessly. But I want to be able to control it. So you can see these flags on the side of the hot air balloon, and they indicate the direction of where the wind is pushing the balloon. So let's say I wanted to go west towards Outpost. So I'm just going to wait for the wind and the flags to be in the direction where I want to go. So you can see that it's going past west. So all I got to do is turn the balloon off. And eventually it's going to start rotating the other way. And when it starts going past where I want to go, turn the balloon back on. And just repeat that process of turning the balloon on and off, keeping the wind in the same direction you want to go. It's hard to explain, but just keep watching. And you can see I just went too far back. Timing's perfect and you'll get the hang of it. Anyway, I hope that made sense. Basically, all you're doing is finding the balance and the perfect timing between the wind for when you're turning on and off the ignition on the balloon. You have absolutely no cover in the hot air balloon. But anyway, using the tier 1, you can research armor for the hot air balloon, which is only 200 metal frags. It's pretty easy to equip. Just press the equip armor button when you're looking at the hot air balloon. So anyway, the armor adds in a door, and all the walls now have more cover on them too. So with the armor on, the balloon takes a lot more hits from the SAM sights. So if you didn't know, Launch Sight now has SAM sights on top to stop you from just flying up and looting the red card loot. So along with that, you can also get SAM sights for your own base. And you can buy them from Outpost. So you can find the vending machine that sells the SAM sights and the ammo for it near the drone marketplace. And realistically, you'll only need about 1 or 2 SAM sights, obviously depending on your base size. And now we're just going to connect them up. One SAM sight uses 25 power. And you can also craft SAM sight ammo using a tier 2. And it's really not expensive at all. So now if someone or even you fly past the base, it's going to get blown up. There's no authorizing to SAM sites. To make sure to turn it off when you're flying back to your base. Parachutes are now in the game as well. And the controls for them are really easy as well. The left stick will be doing most of the work. The right stick is just for looking around. You can pull back, you can go forwards, and steer left and right. And also SAM sites do target parachutes. You can craft them through tier 2. They're pretty early on in the tech tree and they're not too expensive either to craft. Parachutes just go in your backpack slot like that. Now all you gotta do is walk off and hit jump. When you land, all you gotta do is pick up your parachute from the ground. It'll go back in your inventory. They also lose durability. And here's this super broken weapon that everyone's talking about right now. All it's supposed to do is lock onto aircrafts and blow them up. If I try to aim in right now, I won't be able to shoot it. But if there was an aircraft flying, I can. All you gotta do is let it lock in and shoot, and it does the rest for you. The further away an aircraft is, the harder it is for it to actually land the shot. But anyway, you can research it in tier 2 at the very bottom of the tech tree. But anyway, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it helped. Thanks for watching. See ya.